Hello, this is James Smith at GannAnalysis.net. Today we're looking at strategy, MSTR. It used to be called MicroStrategy. They buy a lot of Bitcoin and hold a lot of It's sort of like a holding company for Bitcoin. Today I just want to show you a Gann tutorial where we take the price of the low, January 24th, 2024, the low was 44.5. Now, if you take the price of the low and assume it's also the interval, 44.5 gives you a high. And then you actually move it forward and, 89 days from this low would be right here, which is kind of a higher low. And then going forward, you can see that caught a low. It doesn't work every time. This wasn't so good. But you can see this was great. And let's see, going forward, if you take out the 50% mark at 322, you can see it's offering support. You're probably going to go down into the end of October. So that's kind of interesting. Now, what Gann is really saying, time equals price. Price equals time. There's a relationship. It's not always one for one. Sometimes you use a scale and you arrive at a relationship between time and price. You can use the price of a low to figure out what the interval will be for the next turn. So it's kind of cool when you think about it. And actually, for those who know a little bit about Gann, 45 is an obvious example because 44, 45, you know that's a turn. 45 trading days from any low, you should be looking for some sort of turn. And if you rally into it, that's probably going to be a top. So we had a pretty decent rally into this high. 44, 45 days later, it worked. It called a top. But, you have the fixed count of 45 trading days, but Gann said you could also just use the price of the low to derive the time interval going forward. So instead of, let's try a few more examples. Let's say we move it over here. What does that do? Interestingly enough, this low here at 100, gave us this low here. It gave us this low here. And interestingly enough, this is another interval based on this low here, telling you that the end of October will probably be some sort of turn. Now, if you don't close below 322, you can't say that this is going to be a low. So it's always time and price with Gann. You cannot trade just on the time interval. You can't trade just on price, support, and resistance. You have to use both together. So the idea is you take out this support, that means you're probably going down into the end of October. If you bounce off this, hey, who knows, maybe you're going up into the end of October. All this interval is really telling you is that you're going to get a turn at the end of October. So the reason I like it is because it's not only derived from this low here. Let me get back. Let's see if I can get it back. If we go back to where we were, it also tells you, hey, end of October is actually a turn based on two different price lows that both point to a turn in time at the end of October. So whether you're using this one or this one, or, maybe even use something down here. Interestingly enough, this is giving you a smaller interval, but whoops, sorry about that. It shifted on me. It caught this high here. What else did it catch? It caught a low here. And let's see, it caught this low here and a high here, a high here. Remember, this is a different interval. This is basically taking 32 and multiplying it forward. 32 is actually pretty close to 30, which is a fixed count for Gann. So it stands to reason that it would work, but I still think it's useful to play around with time and price. I notice here this low, and the start of a bigger acceleration here, kind of a high here. And I really like this high, lower high here. And if we just take out the 50% mark, let me go back and bring that into alignment. Let's see if we can get that back. Okay, if we can take out 322, we're probably going down into the end of October. So that's what I'm saying. Based on time and price setups, we know that we have a good idea. And nothing works every time. This is not advice to sell or buy this stock. This is just telling you what the Gann principles would say. This is a tutorial. I'm not telling you to buy or sell. I'm telling you what the Gann chart would say. So if you take out this support at 322, you're probably going down into the end of October. That's all we're really saying. Now, if you like this report, give us a like, help us out with the channel, and register to the website. You get a few free reports. That helps. I think you'll learn a lot.